Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king, Espinal. And joining me through Discord, it is the man, the myth, the legend, my partner in crime, Joshua, Gangsta Time Cole.
It's called partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
He is muted.
Take myself off mute first. Was good, everybody listening? Was good, Chris?
Hell yeah. Hi, buddy. Also joining us is the disembodied voice of our producer. It is Edgelord Big News Brian.
Yo, what's up, nerds?
Hey. We're back. Manga Mondays, guys. A little early. We were late last week. We're early this week. And hopefully we'll keep it Mondays. But we'll see how we go. So far, so good. But thank you guys for joining us as per usual. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Let's get into the show proper. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole. Where can they find you?
At JD_Cole_37. That's on Instagram. And at NY Chillin with an EN, not an ING. And that's on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Brian.
You can find me at b.esp on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you ever want to catch me when I'm streaming, you can find me at twitch.tv/itspunchline.
Oh yeah, you can follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, especially because we do a really good chapter of the week poll that is still going at the time of the recording of this episode. But I will announce the winner at the end of the episode. The poll should be done by then. But yeah, follow us on Twitter. It should be up a couple hours after the the official release of the manga drops. And we also have a monthly poll going for the monthly series. I think that one's already over. But, for future reference, we do a monthly poll now for the monthly series, Boruto, World Trigger, all that stuff. You can email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about. We are answering a question today from Mike B. So if you guys have any fun questions for us, you can shoot us an email, or you can comment underneath any of the videos that you're watching, whether it's the full version of the podcast or the little highlight breakouts we make for you guys every week. Please do so. It would be super cool to communicate with you guys. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit that like button, share, do all the things. If you prefer audio podcasts, the audio version of the podcast usually goes up first on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. We are on platforms I've never heard of, so you'll have an easy time finding us. Check us out on any of those platforms, and I think that's it, right? I think those are all the plugs.
Superb.
Superb. Without further ado, let's get into the show. One Piece.
One Piece.
Oh, One Piece.
One
Piece. This is One Piece chapter 1046, Raizo. This
is that the name of the chapter?
Yeah, the name of the chapter is Raizo.
I swear I always miss these chapters.
Yeah, we have an interesting.
Oh, it's right there. I think I was so caught off guard with with these two figures standing. Is that supposed to be Ichi and Minachi?
I don't know. I think they're still
whatever
trapped.
Their names are.
Honestly, this could be, the other siblings. It could be Ichiji and Reiju and even Judge, but they're away, right? So I don't know who these guys are. I feel like a lot of people are speculating that whoever these guys are, they're probably going to destroy Whole Cake. Now that Big Mom's gone and Katakuri is out of commission. So I don't know who they are.
That would be gangsta.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh man, I don't even know who they would be.
They're in Chocolate Town, bro.
Yeah, they're in Chocolate Town. It's not chocolate. It's chocolate.
Oh, there's no E at the end.
Yeah. This is Fancy Town, all right? Big Mom only gets the best.
Chocolate.
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 Last we left off, we continued the battle between Gear 5 Luffy with his actual devil fruit, the sun god Nika human fruit, and Kaido. They're locked in battle. Luffy literally punched a hole seemingly through Kaido's head, but It's just, I guess, cartoon physics that didn't work out that way. Kaido's holding his face like, oh, it's still here.
Is it there?
What? He says, who are you? And meanwhile, Zoe outside of Wano is just hype. He's like, Joy Boy, how long it's been? It's been millennia. My heart is dancing.
Crying?
It's really happy. It can't cry because it seems like its eyeballs are sunken into its face. But yeah, he's pretty hype right now. He says, I cannot feel that fate is at work. I cannot help but put my hopes in him. And Luffy does his mandatory Arc-Lee declaration of being king of the pirates. Pretty exciting. And it's kind of cool. It's a little bit of an indication that it's not like a spirit of Nika taking over him. This is Luffy just using Nika's powers, which are pretty cool.
The Nika fruit power.
Yeah. It's actually
Well, maybe they just named it after Nika. That's what happened, right?
No, it's the human fruit mythological, the mythological human fruit, the Nika model.
But did they name the fruit after Nika, or did Nika get the nickname from the fruit?
No, they named the fruit after Nika because it's Nika's powers. It's Nika's, like, as a god, these are the abilities he's known for. Much like Sengoku, who has the power of shock waves because he's Buddha and Buddha does that.
No, like I. So that's a real god?
It's not. It's a real god in the One Piece world, not another world.
Right. No, but folklore. Yeah, it's
yeah.
you know what? Listen, it's just not. It's not that serious. I'm gonna just drop it, I guess.
Yeah. So Kaido's excited. He's like, I'm relieved to hear that you still got your sass, Straw Hat. And he says, I've lost quite a bit. Much of what I've built up over the years. My followers, my castle, same for you, right? And then they just exchange blows. Luffy seems to turn Kaido's body into rubber because every time he hits him with his fist, like these perfect fist-shaped bubbles peer out of Kaido's backside. He goes, ooh. Kaido is also just batting Luffy around, shaping his body around the spiked bat he's got. I forget the name, the club, I guess, the Oni club that he's got. And they're basically going back and forth with blows as Kaido is just the fucking building's burning below. All your friends are going to die in the smoke. And Luffy's like, nah, I left everyone else in charge down there. All I have to do is beat you. So, yeah. Just typical Luffy trusting in everybody down there with his entire existence and being. As per usual, this is very par for the core of Luffy, which is one of the things I really like about him as a character. He doesn't try to take everything onto himself.
Yeah.
He just knows that.
He's got a whole team.
Yeah, he knows he has his entire team of hyper competent crewmates down there. And they'll figure it out. They've weirdly been through worse than a burning building. So I think they're good. Meanwhile, we do get snapshots of everybody dealing with the innards of Onigashima breaking down. Nami and Chopper have reunited. The Beppo is being carried around by Law's teammates. Brooke and Robin seems to be trapped somewhere in the basement. Sanji is trying to get the women out of the pleasure hall. Appu is, I guess, getting on the nerves of one of the numbers, and I guess they're gonna fight at some point. Usopp is using his bullets to try and put out the water. He has a green star sprinkler, but it doesn't work because it bursts into flames. Frankie actually seems.
Damn, yeah, it got set right on fire.
Yeah. Frankie seems to have rescued Zoro and is trying to carry him to Chopper before he fucking dies.
Again.
Yeah, again. And Jinbei, I remember this scene where Jinbei actually links up with Raizo, and they're just like, they actually planned for this eventuality. Well, maybe it's just happenstance that like when Raizo first got to Wano and to Zou, if you remember, like Zou tends to like bathe itself by just drinking all the ocean water and just pouring it on its back. So Zou sometimes floods from time to time. So apparently in that time, Raizo seems to have taken all of that water into his scroll, or, you know, most of it, and absorbed it into his scroll and is now pushing it outward towards Jinbei in an attempt to kind of like fire hose water the whole Onigashima down. Which I guess it's a cool power. I remember him having the scroll ability. I just didn't know it could capture things. It's like Seal from Undead Unluck.
Yeah. He unsealed the water that he caught. That was really cool.
Yeah. He blasted toward Jinbei, who, as we all know, can do that dope ass, I'ma shoot a fucking water geyser, I'm a water bend, this whole thing around. He blasted down through the fucking floor into the rest of Onigashima. Which is kind of cool. Very, very clutch save by the boys.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, Jinbei's putting in mad work right now.
Hey, man. I mean, like, I think in the introductory arcs of a lot of characters, the newer guy has to show out. And Jinbei shows his utility once again. He's already proven himself to be ultra useful in the stretch that we've seen him. So, you know, this is just another like feather.
And that's nothing to say of his helmsman skills. So like,
yeah, the man rode a wave for the ship.
He's clutch, man. We already know what time Jinbei's on.
Yeah,
and he'll knock a nigga the fuck out.
Oh my god, he put the beats on racists everywhere.
Yeah,
so racist, watch out. We got Jinbei on board. Meanwhile, we also get one final snapshot of Yamato with Odin as he's yelling at Momonosuke, as he's yelling at Momonosuke that he has to make flame clouds now. That was always the only option if they were going to make this out alive, because he's predicting that Luffy's gonna win at this point, and if Luffy wins, then that means Onigashima is gonna fall. So Momonosuke has to get his shit together. Damn,
do they not know that it's gonna drop either way because Kaido is the biggest asshole ever?
No, they know. Yamato knows. So that's why he's trying to get Momonosuke to like nut up and fucking
right. Because either way, they gotta hold that island up, one way or another.
Definitely. And oh my god! And then we get this fucking dope panel where Luffy seems to be holding lightning in his hand, and like falling towards Kaido. Oh man, so cool. That's where the chapter ends. He's about to, I guess, throw lightning at this motherfucker.
He's catching lightning from the fucking sky.
He grabbed it full fist like,
that is a feat right there.
Like,
if this was Death Battle, they would show this and be like, yeah, so do you see your man's holding that lightning bolt from the heavens? It's not someone's attack. That's a
literal, like, natural
raw lightning, bro. Yeah. And he caught it. And he's about to do whatever with it, probably, because he's made of rubber and it doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's gonna matter to Kaido.
Ooh, it's gonna matter so much. maybe
he's about to get barbecued, man. I can't wait.
Maybe it's a good thing that they waited.
You gotta wait weeks though.
Oh yeah, One Piece is off next week, as is another series, but we'll get into that when we get to it.
My Hero is off for another 2 weeks too.
Yeah, basically. This was fire. It's a good thing they waited to do the death battle on Luffy, huh? They would have to do an updated one with this Gear 5. But hopefully we get that soon. That'll be cool. But yeah, that was One Piece chapter 1046. Josh, what were your thoughts in this chapter?
Believe it or not, I don't have too many thoughts, to be honest. Other than I really enjoyed the chapter and it was my favorite of the week.
Oh, well, wait, does that mean it's
a really good chapter of the week?
Yo, same. Brian, where do you stand?
You can't wait. You can't let it get. Yeah, you jumping the gun, bro. You want to hit that?
Because I am. Huh? Because it's mine too. I don't want to hit the button prematurely. You know,
Brian.
Yeah, no. No, it isn't.
You are pressuring this man. Let him rock.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
Wow. All right, Brian. Well, then I guess it gets a regular, really good chapter of the week from me and Josh.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Yeah, I gotta play it 2 whole times.
Yes.
As opposed to one cool drop, Brian won't stop fronting.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified.
My only standout thoughts are Jinbei's fucking awesome. That's it. You
don't have much else?
Nah, I don't.
Okay. Well,
I'm happy that they're solving the fire issue. I really like that he's, it makes so much sense. Like, he can, control water. All he needed was a source.
Yeah.
I guess the ocean's too far for him to summon the water. It seems like he has to be directly touching it.
Yeah,
Is it just me?
No, he basically grabs from underwater and creates a current, and that's right. The move.
So, he can't
No, he doesn't.
Can he pull it from a distance?
No, he has to. He
has to make contact with the water.
Yes,
right?
He has to have physical contact.
So waterbenders do have an advantage over him, aside from being able to manipulate it into ice or a gas, the solid or a gas. So, yeah. All right, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
It does. It is really cool. Those are.
I want to take this time to talk about Jinbei a little bit more.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I want to say this. I was so excited at one point for having Jinbei on the crew, but for some reason, I haven't. I guess it's just not new to me anymore. Maybe it's the impact isn't fresh, but I'm just not as hype about Jinbei as I used to be. And I don't really. I still enjoy him as a character. I still think he's cool, and I look forward to his moments and all of that. But I don't know, man. I feel like there's so much magic about him being a crewmate. Like when he told Luffy, "Yeah, I'm joining your team," but then we had to wait for him to do 4 fucking arcs. They dragged it, man. They fucking dragged it. He should have joined them right at the fish, man.
Well, to be fair, he came back
I get the dynamic with him and Big Mom, though. I understand that was an established thing. I'm not, I get it. I just think that might be why, it's lost some of its pizzazz.
Yeah.
It's just I see Jinbei do cool stuff like this, and I'm like, cool. Maybe it's because I'm a grown-ass man now. Maybe that's more what it is.
Hey, you're a grown-ass man?
I can't be geeking over no fucking fish, man. I'm about to be 30 years old. What? Maybe that's what it is.
No,
maybe
dude.
It's a subconscious,
Listen, man.
Josh?
You're never too old to geek out over Jinbei. Jinbei's the man.
He is really cool, man.
Jinbei's the man.
He's a fish, bro. He's a fish and a man, and he controls water, and he's very wise. It doesn't get realer than that. It don't.
It doesn't.
It don't.
Yeah. Were those all your thoughts?
Yeah. That was all my thoughts. Brian, do you have any standout thoughts to this chapter that you didn't think was the best of the week?
I really liked the chapter. There's nothing wrong about it. I just feel like the other chapter was a little bit better, in my opinion.
The man held lightning, Brian.
Yeah, but that's just him doing cartoon shit. He just pulled it out from from the sky and shit. It's cool and all, but this chapter didn't really push anything forward all that much.
That's fair.
Which is fair because this is a pretty important arc. Everybody has to get something. But I just want I love Wano so much, but I want it to be over so he can go on to new things in One Piece. But I love this I still like this chapter a lot.
That's fair. I guess I'll get into my
expectations are they're a ride, man. They're a roller coaster. Be easy with it, Brian. Just take what you're getting. That's my advice to you, young man.
Well, I like the chapter. I didn't say I didn't like the chapter.
I didn't say you didn't like the chapter. Did I say those words?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're saying either.
That I didn't like the chapter.
To be fair, I don't know what you're saying either, Josh.
I've actually completely forgot what I said anyway, so
you said expectations are like
that.
You said expectations are a roller coaster.
Yeah, they are. Like my
Hero
Academia.
Hey, keep the slander. We're talking about One Piece right now.
Oh,
we're talking about One Piece right now.
Everything that's ended that I've watched to the end. Volleyball, no, something. Haikyuu, Promised Neverland.
Man, Haikyuu might actually have like the closest to probably the best ending.
And then
the best possible ending out of all the manga endings. Oh, that's a separate topic. Like which?
All right.
That should be like a segment. Is like which?
All right.
What manga had great endings?
Still say really good without it saying the best.
I mean, I won't get into it because I really like the Haikyuu ending, but.
Love seeing your favorite characters lose?
No, that's not what happens.
You love that, Chris?
That's not what happens.
You enjoy and respect in a manga series?
That's not what happens. But anyway, we got to talk about something else. We got to keep it going. I got to get into my thoughts about this chapter. I did not even. I mean, to be fair, I don't. I feel like I'm in the same boat as Josh. I don't have all that much to say about this chapter. It was a dope ass action chapter, and we had these little moments from everybody. It's that time clock thing at the end of every One Piece arc where everybody's scrambling to kind of just like get everything together and survive the fallout of whatever external trap the villain has set. This is Wano's birdcage, is preventing the collapse of Onigashima and the burning of Onigashima. So this is just that chapter. It was that one birdcage chapter where they were all pushing the buildings at one point or another. So, I guess it's like a procedural thing at this point with One Piece, where it's not enough that they had to go through all these individual battles and this big ass conflict. They also have to prevent this whole other fucking thing from happening as well. So that's finally coming into play, which I appreciate. The consistency, the little formulaic thing about One Piece that makes it kind of tried and true. The grabbing the lightning thing was dope as fuck. Love that.
Also the grabbing the water.
Yeah, the grabbing water and lightning. The elements. Grabbing the elements. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Seeing all the fires around.
Yeah.
Water's getting bended. Lightning's getting touched.
Yeah.
Being kind of crazy.
It's pretty wild.
Earth floating in the sky.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna fit in Kaido's backstory after all this. It has to happen at some point. Oh my god.
So this is where the theory that Luffy is going to lose still has some credence.
Oh well. We'll see.
Is that the fact that they're waiting for Luffy's for Kaido's backstory to come when Luffy gets defeated?
Well, Big Mom's backstory happened in like a chapter and some change, so it's not too late for Kaido's to happen at any point, really. And I imagine there's still like a bunch to this battle left. I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see how Kaido just walks away from this. He has to go down. Like, we can't leave this with still 4 emperors out there. And Big Mom's coming back. I know she's going to be a factor in this story. We can't leave Wano with all 4 emperors still around. It's crazy.
I don't know how you could look at this picture of Luffy and say he's going to lose.
About to smite Kaido with lightning.
If he loses, well, Luffy's just gonna lose. I'm not doing that stupid for no fucking fictional character. But I'll feel pretty dumb. I'll give him that.
Hey, I will too.
I mean, Kaido
But
and
if he's
Luffy are
wrong,
both
and Luffy
smiling.
is superior, I'm gonna leave a lot of comments on his videos.
Kaido don't look shook at all in this situation. I feel like his skin is thick enough to handle lightning.
I mean, he probably won't die from the lightning, but
I think he was smiling because of how awesome it looked.
yeah.
As a matter of fact, doesn't he want to die? Maybe that's what he's happy about. Like, whoa, I think he's about to kill me.
I don't think I've ever been
Luffy
struck by
ain't gonna
lightning
kill him.
before. I don't think lightning ever hit me before. Maybe this will do it.
Right? He's gonna say whatever he responds to Luffy after he hits him is gonna be a heart at the end of it. I hope so.
Kaido's not
I hope
Hisoka, bro. But yeah, I did like
Can't
this.
take no swigs of alcohol though. Just saying.
None at all. He's stone cold sober for this one. What's the point of wasting this vodka if he's just gonna get smite? He's gonna get smote. What's the past tense of smiting? Smote, smited,
Smitten.
smitten. That's
Smatted.
not it. Smitten means like loved. You know, like I'm smitten by you. It can't be smitten.
He was smited. Smited.
Smited, right? That sounds right. It sounds right, but it also feels wrong. You know what I mean? Like it feels like it's too easy to call it smited. And some
Let's
like
find out.
English major is just going to be like, it's actually smote. It's probably smited. I'm placing my money on smote.
Hold on. Smote is hold on. Yeah, smote. It is smote.
Oh shit! See, it was too easy.
Smote past tense.
Yo, dude, they were about to flame us in these comments, bro.
Listen, if any of you had thought it was smited, like me,
Smote just
I would
doesn't
have never.
sound right.
I would have never judged you in public.
Smote just doesn't sound right.
I don't
But
disagree.
it's right.
It's smited sounds correct, but it sounds too easy for the English language.
Past principle is smitten.
That's so easy.
What the fuck does past principle mean?
It's
Past principle.
Past
Yeah, but it's
principle?
not saying it's. Yeah, why are they calling it past principle instead of past print? Too many P's. Past principle.
Did you just
instead of
malfunction?
past tense. Yeah, there's just too much pasting.
Whatever, Brian. Before
I'm
you,
enough of pasting.
All right.
all right. Before you short circuit, I guess that's all I got to say about One Piece. Fantastic chapter all around. Should we move onward, boys?
Yeah.
Then let's go. My Hero Academia. This is My Hero Academia, chapter 350, Bound to Fiery Fate. So last we left off... Monkey Man. Last we left off, Dabi was... Todoroki was going to confront Dabi and finally do this brother versus brother thing. Settle this once and for all. And we actually open at the police station where they're just keeping the old doctor man in central bookings over here, it seems, because he's just in the police station. And basically he's like, oh, you're lard on guards today. All to prepare for today. That's why we sought up twisted metal, twisted raw material, born in this world. Warped seas that could serve as his vessel. And we cut over to the battle where Todoroki is, where Dabi is burnt up, looking super gross. And we cut back to 11 years ago, where Dabi was burning in this forest fire that he created for himself. It's where we left off with his like flashback way back in the Paranormal Liberation War. And yeah, he seems to have survived the initial burning, and that's when All For One in his dapper ass suit and fedora pulled up. That's how you know he's evil. He's wearing a fedora in the middle of a burning.
How did he know?
I think he just senses. He probably has a quirk that senses.
Ah, big flame.
Or, the giant fucking forest fire that just spontaneously happened in the middle of the day.
Yeah, but also he just walked into a forest fire.
He just wanted to go check it out, like, oh, maybe it's someone with a quirk.
Mm.
Well, it's blue fire, so he definitely had to know it was a quirk.
Mhm.
All right, I'll give it to him. There you have it. Oh, big blue flames might be a cool quirk. Let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Also, they could have just marked Toya as well, like
Wait,
as a
He was
child.
outside of jail?
Who?
Huh?
He wasn't in prison?
This was 11 years
Who?
ago.
Yeah, this is a long ass time ago.
Oh, he wasn't in jail before.
No.
Yeah,
He
this was
just
during
got
All
sent to
Might era.
prison recently.
During
He just
this
was
is-
dying.
Yeah, he was in the
Yeah.
he was in hiding.
Wasn't he like in a hospital bed or something? Oh, whatever. I guess
No,
he was
he
No,
doing
was-
this
enough
was
to be
this was
walking around.
during All Might's era. Like this was before the injury, I believe.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was before their fight.
Oh, that happened really recent. Oh, okay. You got to remember, guys. I forget all of these things. So
Yeah.
okay. So he pulls up. He's mad fresh and
Yeah.
healthy. I get it.
So fresh and so clean. And
Yes, he's not a raisin yet.
Dabi wakes up and he seems to have been like mostly repaired. He's in
Whoa,
this-
but do you see him on the ground in the panel before? He looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
Gon. He's like Gon's arm. You remember?
yeah.
Yo, Killua was like, and I was like, oh, shit. No, guys, you gotta understand, like, I know that his whole body is burnt to a crisp, but Dabi's dumb as fuck, alright? Gon had that shit happen to him out of pure spite
Yeah.
and plot convenience. It
Yeah.
wasn't right. It wasn't right.
It wasn't
And
right.
Dabi's just, like I said, dumb.
Yeah.
So, he
Yeah.
set himself on fire.
I can't
He has
control-
ice skin!
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
What does he have then?
Nothing. He only has fire, but he has like the
I
most.
thought that was the point, that he has like.
No, that's Todoroki.
No. Toya has his mother's ice resistance. That's why he's really weak to fire. To
Yeah,
his own flames.
that's why he really burns up like a lot, his skin.
Yeah, he doesn't have the ice skin.
No, well, I mean, that's what I called it, the ice skin, but it's icy resistance, but that's whack. So he has resistance to ice, but fire
Yeah,
hurts
you're-
him more. Why does it have to be a give and take?
Well, that's
Couldn't
the
it have
thing.
just been a boost to the ice?
That's why Todoroki. That's why Shoto is so valued by Endeavor. Is that he's the one who had the perfect mix, and the other kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why it didn't work out for the other.
Poor
kids.
Dabi.
Yeah. He wakes up in some weird nursery. This weirdo dude with a sunflower for a head pulls up and he's like, "Hello, you're living here from now on with everyone else, and it'll be lots of fun." Rough.
And that's it.
Yeah.
No going home.
You're just gonna have to accept that shit. Apparently, like, All For One also like calls in via Skype, it looks like, and is just dashing his dreams further. He's like, "You're a changed man with that Burn Rictus look on your face, and yet you survived." He says, "You'll never exhibit the power you once did. Every organ was damaged, so, we basically had to stitch you together, and we wanted to welcome you with at your full strength, but we couldn't do it. You'll just never be. You're even more susceptible to your own flames now than ever. So it's fine. If you join us, then maybe I can restore your flames to their full glory." And Toya is just like, "No, I'm not getting trained by anyone else." And at some point, he manages to escape All For One's facility. As the doctor narrates, I think his name. What was the doctor's name? Ujiko, right?
Yeah, I think it's Ujiko.
Yeah, he escapes and he basically vanishes for a number of years until one day he just returns. That's where he met, I guess, Shigaraki and all them, and then inadvertently ended up back in the league where All For One was. And we got to the point where he meets the high-end Nomu that fought Endeavor at one point. And he says, "Ujiko, you're the one who kept me alive. Seeing this corpse here gives me a decent idea of what you people were planning to do with me." So he says, "I'm back now because this seemed like the perfect place for my funeral."
Jesus, man.
Yeah, very.
Does it get more razor edge than that?
So yeah, he's just like, "I gave up, it's fine." And then he reveals that Toya actually did come home at some point, but all he did see was that nothing really changed. Endeavor was still the abusive scumbag he was when he died, supposedly. And it kind of broke him inside. So after that, he says every time that thing saved the city, referring to his father, referring to Endeavor, every time that thing got a boost in popularity, my heart kept pounding away. Ever since the day that Toya died and Dabi was born. And we get this big fucking splash page, beautifully drawn, by the way, of just like Dabi melting the All for One stone statue. He's liquefying stone right now.
Oh, damn. I did not pay attention to that.
Yeah, if you look closely, it's just like all melting away. And he says, "Once I've burned away that thing, that thing holds near and dear, that'll be the mark I left on this world." And he and Todoroki are, I guess, gonna exchange fucking heat fists. Pretty cool. And that's basically where the chapter ends.
Dude, Dabi looks fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah, this shit's crazy. But that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what were your thoughts on this chapter?
Well, it wasn't I guess I wasn't expecting a long flashback, but I didn't think it would be this quick and to the point either. But it made sense. They held Dabi down. He ran back home eventually because he got up out of there and just was like, "Damn, I don't want to be back in this family." I'd like to believe he still should have been like, "Yo, Dad, like, look at me, I'm a fucking zombie, chill." You know what I mean? Maybe I would have changed stuff, but I get it. Endeavor's the worst. It was the worst fucking person ever, and Toya seen that and said, "Man, fuck all of that."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm ready to see a fight. I don't know. I don't really have any commentary about their relationship or nothing like that. I think I want to see Dabi go all out. Have you seen him fight all out yet?
No, because this is what happens if he fights all out, basically.
Oh.
Like, he's only been able to fire off bursts of fire just for this reason alone, because the shit physically hurts him every time he uses it. So he's got to use it sparingly. So yeah, this will be the first time that Dabi actually really fights. But what are those? Are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's it. I want to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, Brian, what did you think about this chapter?
RGC.
Oh yeah,
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Yeah, I really like this chapter, mainly because I really like the whole Todoroki family storyline and all that stuff. This has been my favorite part of My Hero Academia for a while. Is what can be redeemed, and how do you even go about fixing something this broken? It's just such a interesting storyline, and Dabi is kind of an interesting villain to me. I feel like his reveal was a little off to me, but the more they build upon it, the better it gets for me. And also it kind of adds more to why Dabi is so interesting to All for One and the villains and stuff like that. It's because this guy is literally he's a beast. And there is a chance that Dabi is probably a Nomu, like some advanced or like perfected Nomu, you know? So because he kind of looks like a Nomu a little bit when he burns off the skin and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
They did say he was a changed man and that he was different. They said all for One said it like 3 different times. Like he said it in 3 different ways the same thing, that he's different and changed and not the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is something to that.
Like he
It doesn't
could
make
be
sense for him to just burn himself alive. It looks like he's already almost dead, like just from talking shit.
Yeah. No.
like
And
this.
he's really
chapter
burning the
gives me-
candle there. Like he's
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Dabi, why don't you use some of that fire against these guys? I'm sorry, Brian.
No, it's all right. Honestly, I like chapters that give me stuff to think about, and this chapter definitely gave me something to think about when it comes to Dabi or how Horikoshi is going to continue this battle from here on out. I feel like he's about to cut off to set up something else, because it seems like he's basically just doing a bunch of setup chapters for these fights.
Yeah.
Like he did so with Toga, and now he did so with Dabi. So maybe
And
next
with,
is Spinner.
Shigaraki.
Yeah. Maybe next is Spinner, or maybe he goes back to Shigaraki. But I don't think we're gonna get Dabi versus Todoroki just yet. We're probably gonna get it in spurts, like in split up action set pieces. But honestly, I'm really excited to see what he does next. But I'm not going to get my hopes up and think that we're going to get a Toya Todoroki fight right now. But this is just a decent setup chapter, and I really liked it.
Mm-hmm. I like this chapter too. This is the second time we've dived into Dabi's origin. Like, you know, this is like basically a part 2 to what we've seen already. I think you got something there, Brian, that this was like an interesting look. I also agree that like the Endeavor storyline, you know, the Todoroki family storyline was something I said way back, that if they executed this properly, then it could be like one of the better written things in manga that I've seen. You know, the idea is just so ambitious. You know, how do you redeem an abusive father? All that stuff, and all that stuff that comes with it. How do you forgive? Do you forgive? All that stuff. The different family dynamics that come with this. I'm not sure if it's as it stands, it's being executed particularly well. I like where it's going, but I feel like it could be better. You know, like the fact that Endeavor's not there, it kind of like, I don't know, the idea that this might be resolved without him is a little off to me, because I feel like he needs to be there in one way or another.
I feel like I agree and disagree with that, but I mostly agree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really get that Horikoshi wants to make this a brother battle, and I'm cool with that. It's just that it hasn't. I'm not going to say it hasn't been built up that way, but I think it's more built up for this to be a family dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I would have loved to see his mom pop out. We don't know if she could fight or not, right? We know she has a nice ability, but
yeah, she's never been a fighter, from what I understand. She wasn't a hero,
right?
So, yeah, she could very well pop up. I mean, that's the thing. I kind of halfway expect the family members to pull up to this fight. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I halfway expect like Natsu and the mom to pull up at one point or another somehow. But I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to wait and see to see how it goes. Because, you know, there's definitely been like pacing issues with My Hero Academia, so I'm worried that this is just like one of the things that's gonna suffer from that. And I hope not. I think the idea that he's like a Nomu now is actually kind of interesting. I never really thought of it.
Yeah,
like
that could be really cool. I'm hoping that's the case, man. I want to see Dabi go ham.
Yeah. There's all this talk about like Horikoshi experiencing burnout. But for burnout, I mean, this guy is like drawing his fucking ass off. Like he has the most productive burnouts I've ever seen. If this is him like not in it, it's pretty incredible still. Like from an artistic level, these little details that he has throughout the entire chapter. So, you know, I always have respect for Horikoshi for that. It's hard to work through that shit when you don't feel like working on something and when you feel as passionate about it. And this is obviously what's my favorite word, conjecture. But I just gotta put some respect on his name. He's been doing a fantastic job with the art at the very least. But I will have to see how this kind of plays out for me to really give a final opinion. But so far, not bad, not a travesty at all. Not, you know, I
thought about discussing maybe the matchup between Todoroki and Dabi, but we could save that for when they begin their fight.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's not going to be continued in the next chapter. I think the way this ended, I think we are going to get a continuation of it in the next chapter.
It could be.
And it's 2 weeks from now, so we'll see.
We do have 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about My Hero Academia. A solid chapter. After it was gone last week too, right? It was good to have it back for at least a week, you know. And I do await its return. I am trying to like enjoy it for while it's here, you know, because we know it's ending by the end of the year according to Horikoshi. So I'm just kind of like trying to enjoy what it is, you know. I am enjoying what is here for the most part. But are we ready to move on, boys?
Yep.
Then let's move onward. Black Clover. This is Black Clover chapter 329, The King of Devils and the Boys with No Magic. Last we left off, Asta did some really cool knife work on
slice and dice.
Yeah, did a good slice and dice on the King of Devils himself, Lucifero. And he is not taking that well. He is just like, I can't possibly lose to you.
I don't really have to fucking care who's in my way. I'm gonna fucking kill everybody.
And he immediately uses his gravity magic to just kind of like try and crush them once and for all. And Lucifero's like torso from the chest up is like, how dare you look down on me for even a moment? This is the pettiest villain I've seen in a long time, man. It's been a long time since I've seen someone who gets offended so easily. He said, half of my power is still in the underworld. I'm not even at full power. If I was, you'd be dead. It's like, all right, guy. All right, bro.
Sure, buddy.
All right, dude.
If only I brought your controller, right? Yeah.
Oh, I suppose the game doesn't like you or something.
Yeah.
The game likes you less. So yeah, he's just like talking shit about he's gonna crush them and all that stuff. Lieb goes down to his little chibi form, and that's when the black orb of darkness pulls up, and and that's when the Darkness Brothers come through to save the day. They both still have Lucifero's arms in their chest, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, he's like, you should be dead. And he's like, nah. Here, they say in unison, here and now, we'll surpass our limits. That's crazy.
He said, what are you? You ain't know?
I'm the Wizard King, bitch. As Asta stands up.
Wizard King, bitch.
By the way, it's really funny to call like a whole arm through your chest a limit. Just a simple limitation of your ability. Like these guys called it. He said, we're going to surpass our limits here and now. It's like, bro, that's his forearm. So Asta gets up and he scares the shit out of Lucifero. Yami comments on that as like the king of devils himself, and our kid has you spooked. You scared. I smell bitch. And Lucifero's like, I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time, as he tries to float away. Like a third of his, he's the third demon. And he's like, I'll use my full power, my true power. And it's like, do you think they're really going to let you get away? And as Lucifero looks back, all he sees is 2 stars. And you already know what time it is.
Yes.
Death. Peace out.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in the sarcophagi now, Devil King. And Asta warps to the next star. And Lucifero looks down to see doing like, there is no next time, bitch. That's a pretty cool line, honestly. And Asta just swings his gigantic fucking sword down right into the jugular vein of the Devil King. And he goes, this 2-page spread is pretty fire, not gonna lie. And it seems that Lucifero's dead for real. So one of these for the fallen, and everybody's like, yeah, he did it, Asta. And then, oh man, you already know who's left.
Nah, I think he might be cool. If he's not actually really the bad guy, then I think he might. He probably might talk to him and be like, yo, it's all good, man. That was fun.
He says, brilliant. Victory is yours. As the chapter ends. I mean, well, whatever. Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
Man, that shit was lit.
I'm not gonna lie.
Finally, they got this bastard, yo. Finally. I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Lucifero's dead.
Yeah, he looks dead.
I love how he turned. He started running. I liked it, man. It was cool. Like I said, I'm glad he smoked him. But
Yeah.
What else can I say? Nice little combo. Warping in Asta up there was literally setting up the assist.
Mm-hmm.
Running plays. They ran mad plays on Lucifero. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Like just in this chapter alone, forget the whole fight. They was running, man. Remember when Lucifero came out like as that big monster and they fucking chopped him up and shot him with what did they do? Asta chopped him in half and then fucking and then shot like an explosion arrow. Yeah. Man,
something like that.
It was crazy. So he's been running plays for 20 plus chapters. So I'm thoroughly impressed. This is a cool, quote unquote, final battle.
Yeah, until like the Wizard King battle, I guess. But and I guess the oncoming battle, but we'll see. Probably not. But yeah, I guess I'll get into my thoughts then. I also really like this chapter a lot. I thought this 2-page spread where Asta brings down his sword is pretty damn fire. With the original sword too. No like brand new techniques. No like, here's my new sword that I've brought out to kill you. This is the OG, the big doofy buster sword.
Dookie buster sword.
He said, I got you with this thing I got from the first chapter.
With this dull, rusty sword that sliced through his body. He didn't die from the chop. He died from catching Taft.
Yeah, from the tetanus that he got from this.
He got Mercer from the fucking rusty sword. Gross.
Dude, that's gotta suck too. Like, it really scrapes you on your way in. Ugh. But yeah, I did like it. I also liked that everybody kind of got a hand in this final battle. A lot of my complaints about Black Clover is that Asta is the band-aid that fixes all, and he wasn't this time. And what a time to have! He
was a tool, and he was just a simple tool in the case.
Yeah, and it was a cool battle. Everybody did their thing using the power of friendship and shonen goodness.
And sheer willpower.
And sheer willpower. That's what shonen goodness is. It's just sheer
willpower.
Just like I am not gonna faint, even though my body would faint in regular circumstances. I'm gonna will myself to stay up.
Even if I'm unconscious, my body via will still move.
Yeah, a la Hajime no Ippo, where they would just fight unconscious sometimes. But yeah, this was great. The art's great. I can't wait for this villain to be like, either it's time for me to try, or I'll leave now, but I'll be back one day.
Mm-hmm. You guys better entertain me again.
Ooh. I'll be back. But maybe, who knows? Who knows what?
I like that we were reminded that was only Lucifero at half strength, because he's the king of the devil world. These guys are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine.
So yeah, but they took the advantage and killed Lucifero. Like, now he'll never get to use his like full power, right?
Right.
He's like, you shouldn't have been so thirsty to come up here. Should have waited.
You think Lee will become the new king? Absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna be the Demon King.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fire. The Wizard King and the Demon King are the same type of guy.
Nah, he gonna have to stay in that greenwire.
Yeah, he will. Have to
he ain't going nowhere. I was like,
but I don't know.
You going?
Unless he leaves Asta and then allows Asta to gain his own magic.
No, Asta has no magic because of his mom.
That's true.
She took it all.
Yeah. Mom, you took my magic. Mom, give me back my magic. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a bunch of different ways this could go. But Black Clover, this has been a really fun chapter. Oh, man, I just want a poster of this, like, chopping down, cleaving panel. It's so good. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about Black Clover. Very fun chapter. Very enjoyable, as per usual. This final arc of Black Clover has been fantastic, honestly. Honestly, if this is if we only got one more battle to go, you know, it's been a hell of a ride. But I suppose we should move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's go. Undead Unluch. Where are you? Okay, yeah. This is Undead Unluch chapter 106. Human rules are always. And that's where that ends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so last we left off, Andy and Lucy, the new girl, have escaped the seal of the rule known as seal, the regulation, I should say. And they're about to face off against Ruin until they realize that you're a ghost. You can't really touch anything right now because you're a ghost. So, you know, they're like, shit, what do we do? And that's when Seal can come in and grabs Andy's ghost because I guess he can touch ghosts. So, yeah, while he has him trapped down there, Andy asks Ruin where are Ghost and Fuko, and they're like, oh, they're gone. I don't know where they went, but they simply left to go make some friends. And then we get a 2-page spread of something very interesting. The Ghost UMA ends up with Nico, of all people. And I guess we're gonna finally get a backstory for Nico. Hell yeah!
Wow,
he's the sphere guy.
Man.
I'm excited.
But who's that girl?
I guess someone he knew because she calls him Nico. Like, she calls him by a name, so I guess we're going to get a flashback explaining who this person is.
Because Ghost could probably... Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why Ghost got her. Oh, and also Ghost has Fuko in a cage with him there, too. So, there's that. Yeah, Lucy finds her mom, and he's like, yeah, can we save her? And Ruin is like, you there. Why do you want to rescue that person? And she's like, because that's my mom. And Ruin is like, you came all the way to save her just because she's your mom? And he's like, yeah, she's the only mom I've got. And Ruin is like, well, yeah, there's only one of any given person.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, Ruin should. You know what? He is ruining everything. What an asshole. And he's like, but moms are special. Don't you get that? He's like, no, I don't. He's like, he says, parents, lovers, companions, siblings, the rules humans create are always so unclear, unfair, unequal, unintelligible, and unsettling. Once your mom goes away, you too will understand this.
I can't wait till he dies, yo.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
For real.
She said, don't you have a mom too? And he's like, I don't. The one who gave birth to me is God. He goes full vampire mode and tries to scratch her up. But then all you see is his arm lopped off. And I'm like, oh, who did that? And guess who it is? It's fucking Rip.
The champ is here!
He came in with his, did he always have this arm thing? I know he always had the
No,
legs.
that's new.
Yeah, he came in and he doesn't
He
have
had the feet blades.
Yeah, that's what I remember. But yeah, Rip shows up and he doesn't have his eye thing anymore. And he says, there's not a solitary soul that you would risk your life to protect. That's a shame, because I have two. And I'm like, hell yeah, Rip's back. And that's where
he's unrepaired. Hopefully he can.
Yeah.
I hope he kills him, man.
Oh my God, yeah. Ruben can
and you don't have to fight him. It's fine. Let Rip kill him. That'd be dope.
I'm down for that. Josh, what were your thoughts on this chapter?
I actually been really enjoying the most recent chapters of Undead Unluch. Since I guess the conclusion to the previous arc.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've liked the flow, and it's the theme, as I've said from the beginning, is that it's just like really fun. I guess like the way things are happen like really spontaneous, and like I'm used to the pacing being a certain way after reading this so long, so I guess I don't mind it too much about how fast the plot seems to develop. But I'm trying to think if I have anything meaningful to say that I took away from this chapter. I'm really curious about the situation with Ghost. I mean, they was able to pull up his mom, right? Oh no, her mom was alive. Never mind.
Yeah.
She wasn't a ghost. I was mistaken. No, I'm really curious about this kid. Like we literally never got a backstory for him. So
For Nico, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that too. I've always been like, well, when are we gonna get Nico's thing? When are we gonna get Nico's thing? And we're finally gonna get it. It seems at some point. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Rip. He's a cool character. Suave guy, villain turned hero type guy. Pretty excited about that. This little ghost arc is shaping up to be really cool. Finally, hopefully get to know what Ruin's abilities specifically are, But yeah, that's all I got to say about Undead Unluck. Very excited about what's to come with that. Are you all set with that, Josh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, with
now
that
we
being
get to get into this dope question.
Oh yeah, that was Undead Unluck. And let's get into our question. We do have one. We're going to answer one question from our guy, Sketchy Mike. Came through with a new question, and you guys can always answer. You could always ask questions at NewJumpCityPod. Oh wait, yeah, NewJumpCityPod@gmail.com. Email us your questions, or you can comment under the video. Please do. I think that comments would help a little more with the algorithm and such. But email us as well. Whatever's easier for you. Let's get into the question. This one's a fun one. If he asks if rappers were featured in a manga about rapping and being the best rapper with a power system, what would the following rappers' special abilities look like? All right, so we're starting off.
Can you list them all real quick?
Yeah, we're gonna start off with the rappers he's listing off is Nas, Jay-Z, Kanye, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Drake, Cameron, and Gucci Mane.
Damn, you said that really fast. You said it one more time.
Nas, Jay-Z, Kanye, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Drake, Cameron, and Gucci Mane.
Cam was a wild card.
Yeah, Cameron's a pretty wild card there. But yeah, let's start off with Nas. Josh, do you have any thoughts about what Nas's special ability would be?
I was gonna violate. All right. So what I mentioned to the guys was that like I just imagined the power system being like having nen abilities, you know? And I thought about how some of them are able to like summon like a creature or something like that. Right? So no, I don't want to put it like that for everyone that they all have a creature. But
yeah, they don't all have to have
it's one of the rappers I actually thought one for. But all right, so Nas, his ability. Damn, this is tough.
I know.
Oh,
We really
shit.
took on a really hard one.
It has something to do with putting people to sleep.
You're bored by Nas?
Yes. And I'm a Jay-Z fan.
That makes sense now.
Hey, I'll say this. You could be introspective and lyrical without being boring.
No shit.
Bang, 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 bang. Nah, I fucks with Nas. I just don't care for a lot of his music personally. I guess because of biases and whatever.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I love the artists that he influenced, like J. Cole, Joey Badass, and like the more introspective rappers I do appreciate a lot more than the flashy ones. But Jay's, and the debate with Jay and Nas ain't about that. Anyway, listen, it's not about my personal music taste. So no. Yeah, his ability would be like the more he learns about his target, like the more restrictions he's able to put on them, ultimately locking them up into a state of coma. Like it's non-physical. Like he's not like I can see him not being like a fighter. Like he's like very like he's probably dodgy and shifty, and he has to collect information that he could freestyle about. Or like he just writes it in his notebook, kind of like Death Note. But if he writes enough things about you, that's it. He knows he's gonna create a melody for you, and you have to fight through the sleepiness. And if you're not strong enough, you don't have the willpower to, you're gonna lose.
Wow.
Damn.
All right, that's fair.
Do we have to figure out a power system though?
No, I mean, I guess like if you have it, listen, we'll keep it to if they had a rap related superpower. What would it be?
All right. If you really want the system, you can say it again in the email, and we'll give it serious.
Yeah, I don't know if we have
I
to.
promise.
I don't know if we had to like abide by one specific system, but I guess like in theory, I guess he's asking in theory like if they had just a power. Like
Everything has to do with rapping.
yes,
You have to use their ability by rapping.
you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Some people prefer to do it off of written stuff. Some people prefer to just freestyle without a notebook.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Here's mine. Nas has the ability of super conscientiousness. He is aware he can solve any social ail with with his pen.
any social ail, that was creative.
He has the ability to speak truth to power and really change things. That's my thing. That's what I got.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So he's got
Brian?
hyper conscientiousness.
All right, I'm gonna say that his power would be much similar to Josh's answer.
Damn, you guys are coming after Nas.
He has the more he learns about people, he has a really overpowered ability, right? So his the more he learns about you or the better he knows you, he can choose parts of you to kind of remove from reality.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
Some would say, but this would require him to really know the person.
He has to
And,
meet the
really
proper
have-
conditions.
Yeah, like a true hatred for someone. And this ability is called Ether.
His power is ether.
Oh wow,
That's pretty good.
That was right on the nose.
That's pretty good, Brian. All right, let's go to the next one. I think you're gonna like this one, Josh. Jay-Z.
Yes, I know. So his ability is incredibly similar to Nas, right?
Mm-hmm.
But instead of learning things about the person or the opponent, the more he learns in general as life goes on, his strength grows.
Mhm.
Like an enhancer type, right? Like he just generally gets stronger and like with more agility and more durability. But his main form of attack is summoning bundles of cash to launch them at you like a beam. And the more you understand, the more he learns and understands about everything, people, places, things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more money, the more voluminous it becomes as he attacks.
Mm.
And it has gotten to a point that he is unstoppable because he has made a city of actual money bundles in this lore. And he's probably one of the villains or something.
Yeah. Definitely.
Definitely one of the villains. And Nas is like Obi-Wan because he's righteous, but he's also lame and lost.
Jesus.
Overall,
Another.
he won that one battle with Ether, but he lost the war.
Mm. All right. Well, I guess I'll do my ability. I have actually, my ability is actually kind of similar to yours, Josh, but I call it, my ability is gold bars.
Gold bar.
It's not an offensive ability, but it's basically like every time he spits, loot-like objects come out of his opponents. You know, kind of like when you kill a Heartless in Kingdom Hearts, like you get a health and
He
potions
drops
and
stuff.
shit. Yeah. So he just like he gains profit from defeating you in lyrical battles.
Oh shit! I didn't even say anything about rapping.
Yeah, I mean, remember
the whole
that's
time
like
he's
back-
doing all that extra shit, he's rapping.
Yeah.
How about that?
Honestly, this could be
He
a pretty.
can't do it without rapping,
This could be a pretty fire manga if we put our heads together.
right?
It's
That's what I'm saying. If you think about a whole power system, I want to start writing and copyright shit because
this is pretty cool.
yeah, well, us three can have something going there, man.
Yeah, Brian, what do you think Jay-Z's power would be?
I think about Jay-Z's power like this because he never writes his stuff, right? Like he never writes it down. It's all from his mind, right?
Yeah,
So I was thinking
incredible memory.
Yeah, I was thinking of Jay-Z's power to be like an ability for him to kind of if he can think it, like if it's in his thoughts, he can kind of create it essentially.
Damn.
That's OP.
But he can
will he
only
still lose to
create,
Kenpachi?
he can only create one thing. Like he can't like make something and then make it again.
Mhm.
He's only capable of doing a creation once. Since it's only original thought.
Wait, so he can only create like what, one thing per battle?
Yeah, so
Mm.
like he can only create one specific thing. So he has to constantly be innovating his thoughts, essentially.
For life, forever.
Yeah,
No.
forever.
So if he summons a sword in one fight, he can never do that again.
Never
That
do it
same
again.
Sword.
Yeah, exactly. He can never do it again.
Do these things fade away?
Oh, they're his forever, right?
That has to be like kind of a give and take there, a little balance. Because like if he can only make a sword once in his entire life, then what's the point?
Yeah, let's say he has a time limit on his creations. Like once it's reached its purpose, once it reaches its purpose, once it's done what it needs to do in his vision, it is gone.
Forever. He has
That's an
to.
interesting balancing.
That's much.
I mean,
That's a little much. That's a little too like nerfy. I
What
think.
do you mean?
but like after the first like 80 fights, that's it.
Yeah. What else is he gonna make?
Yeah, wait. It's all up to his imagination what he can
He
make.
said a lot of the same shit in his songs, all right?
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
in
Jay-Z's
real life
not-
he's coming up with
Yeah.
brand new shit. He's
Yeah.
just saying it different ways or the different beat.
Yeah, Jay-Z's not
I
very
ain't got
much.
no problem. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like, I don't. It ain't what you think it is, Ryan.
Nas can literally erase people from existence with his fucking rhymes in my world, so I don't know what you want from me.
Why do you have to nerf Jay-Z so much?
Yeah, you just.
I
They're
didn't
clearly
nerf him.
better artists.
Still, you know how much imagination you can have, like how much you can do with, like, there's no real limit to what you can make.
I mean, there is if you can only make it once in your entire life.
Yeah, but he could just keep making new shit, and it's a bunch of different, you know, there's a lot of creative shit that you can make.
Man, I think you're putting too much on Jay-Z.
I think you guys are weak on the imagination. The imagination is a lot stronger than you think.
All right.
Him
Well-
having a limitation on one thing per item is not that bad because he could literally make some crazy shit.
That's fair. All right, we should move on to the next name. Kanye is next.
Oh yeah, Kanye. Oh damn. Which way am I gonna go with this?
Go with what your heart tells you to.
My heart's telling me to violate.
Violate. Hey, Kanye will.
okay.
The astronomical odds of Kanye West listening to this podcast. It's too
Fuck
astronomical.
him. I
Exactly.
don't worry about that. I'm worried about the fans.
Ah, we're here to violate.
Well, no.
It's funnier if we violate.
Kanye could his main ability would be that he can change forms based on how he raps. And he has a bunch of different alter egos. But he has one, like, he has a very strong one. Like one that's like the strongest, and that's the one that he started off with. So like his career, how his career was awesome at first, and then he started doing all this wild extra shit.
Mm-hmm.
The first alter ego was 808 and Heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was you know, super duper cocky Kanye, and then it was Yeezy. So yeah, he has all these different forms that give him slightly different attributes. Like, right, like the 808's form is he can communicate with fucking robots and stuff with his robot voice.
Yeah, this is auto-tune
rap
voice.
with that. And if he's rapping like an asshole and like he did with Yeezy, he can become an I don't know. The thoughts aren't coming to me right now. How about I pass this along to y'all?
I get it.
Let me
You know,
build
multiple
my thought.
forms for his
Yeah,
different.
I get the point, right? Yeah, I get
Yes.
the point. I'm running out of gas here trying to break down every single form.
These are a lot of rappers. We're only halfway through. I
So
think.
I get the point. I
Yeah.
get the point.
Kanye. Wow, this is hard. Man, this is tough. I'll say this. Okay, how about this? His rap ability, he's like a magnet guy. 'Cause no matter what happens, people gravitate towards him, bro. Everybody's always listening to it, man. People will find a way to read it. People will find a way to like listen to Donda too. So he's able to just like pull in people no matter what, like draw him to them. So
That's the thing he released on his own little device.
yeah. People will find a way to listen to that, bro. Is
it expensive to get one of those things?
It feels not worth it to get just one album, basically. That's my thing with it. It feels like I'm not gonna buy a whole device just for this one.
Just something I don't really want to listen
It's
to.
like
anyway.
I barely got through Down to 1. I'm gonna buy a whole device to listen to Down to 2.
I don't know if I do that for even like an artist I do like. Like what's this?
I had to buy a whole.
I can just download it on my iTunes.
I'll
that I
never
already
have-
paid for.
I'll tell you what. I never had any need to manipulate the treble on anything. So why would I want this device? It's weird.
You're not a musician, bro. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a musician. Yet. Watch out.
You got anything, Brian?
Yeah, Brian, what is
All
Kanye's
right,
power?
so my idea is whenever Kanye is making music in any form, like whether it be producing or rapping, he can bring out the best in people around him.
Mhm.
But the more people he influences, the more unstable he gets.
Oh, shit!
That's clever.
Brian, you're really good at
And
this.
this is something that evolves throughout the story. Like he starts becoming more
Yeah.
and more unstable.
Yeah, he gets more and more unstable, but still people can't help but need him to be better, you know? To better themselves in some way.
Yeah, I like it. That's
I mean, I'm outgrown Kanye, but sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, some rappers, their best verses are on Kanye songs. Let's be real. Like I think Chance the Rapper on Ultralight Beam, that's his best verse ever.
Ultra light beam?
You not
Yeah.
listen
We on
to?
that ultralight beam. We on that ultralight beam. Life of Pablo.
You
First
never
song
listen
in
to Life of Pablo?
Oh, listen to that whack ass fucking album.
Oh come on, yo! Life of Pablo is so underrated. But
It's not bad.
I think, yeah, he just brings like people just go hard on Kanye records specifically sometimes, and it's kind of
Nicki Minaj had a really good verse.
yeah, Monster.
I think
And
that's the verse
and
that
the other one.
I think that's
And
the
that
verse
other
that made her.
song.
You know what I mean? Like the one on Monster. I think that's the one that really.
I don't
made
think
her.
it made her,
You know
but
what?
she
Actually
definitely.
had a song on that Life of Pablo album. And that shit was fire, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Anyway, we should move on.
Anyway.
Dr. Dre.
Ooh, Dr. Dre.
Ooh, I
Okay.
actually have one for this.
Kind of a two-parter because it goes into the next person a little bit, but hear me out. So Dr. Dre is similar to Masamichi,
Oh yeah.
Principal Masamichi, right? Where he can create like
Minions.
minions, you know what I'm saying? But they're not like just random ones that he spawns, you know, out of nowhere. He has to actually create them and spend time to do it. And he holds like, you know, all of them down, and he can only control as much as he's able to, you know, maybe up to like a small little squadron or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, too much and then it's hard to take, you know, care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, I get that. That's Dr. Dre's ability. He's a really like incredible inventor and producer. Right. And when he actually does go into battle, he only raps a little bit. He says a few things, and then like the other people in combination say things, and then they fight and they build off of each other saying things.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you know, rapping.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to do a whole rap. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
But like I said, there's a second part to this, but I'll hold on to that.
No, you gotta say it now. I'm gonna do mine.
No, just wait. Just trust me.
Fine. I'll do mine. Okay, so my powers for Dr. Dre are memory manipulation. With his rhymes, he can like manipulate what you remember and what you don't. His powers ability, his ability's name. Forgot about Dre.
Oh, that's so cool.
That was
Yeah, they brought it all together.
So that's it for me. Memory manipulation. Brian, what do you
All
think?
right. So my power for Dr. Dre would be the Puppet Master. Whenever you are listening to music created by Dre, can control you through the duration of the song.
Wow.
Like if you're a rapper on it, if you are a listener, he controls your actions and what you do.
Damn, so he can have like other people, his powers work through other people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool. Josh, what was your secondary power? Now that you
okay. So this is going into the next person. Eminem.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, okay, so our next guy
here we
is
go.
Eminem. So Josh, start us off.
So it turns out Eminem was created by Dr. Dre years ago, early on. Dr. Dre got a little ahead of himself and put, put his all into one, and I guess it got away from him, and so he's just one of Dr. Dre's dolls on its own. So
Dr.
what's
Dre,
special about it?
he's like Mayuri
Because it doesn't have the other robots to rely on to rap with. It had to create a bunch of stuff by itself off the top of the head.
Whoa!
So it's one of the greatest freestylers in the hip hop battle system, and he's very sporadic when he fights. And because he's a artificial person, he can be reckless and crazy.
I really like that ability. That's really cool.
He was Panda.
Yeah.
Can I go next?
Yeah, go
Can
for
I
it,
go next? Because me and Josh had the same idea, kind of again. So if Dre is the puppet master, then I say Eminem is Pinocchio.
so more disrespectful than Josh's thing.
So essentially, not that he's a liar or anything, but my take on it is Eminem is he does like what you don't expect, like a misdirection of sorts. So when he can rap like outside of other beats aside from Dre's, but if it's with Dre, his powers are amplified and he's somewhat unlimited in how he can put combinations of words together. So yeah, that like his power is added onto by Dre's power, essentially.
I want to add that my Eminem guy also shoots M&Ms without needing to rap.
That's just that's an extra ability.
I built that into him, and that's why I called him Eminem.
All right,
I'm retconning it as we go.
Yeah, I had two different abilities. I don't know which one's better, but the first one.
Well, I'll let you know.
The first one I thought about was Eminem is like the speedster of the group. He raps fast, so like if he raps super fast at you, your brain scrambles. My second one that he's a little bit of like a reality manipulation, just the way that like he just like has these jokester type of things. He's kind of like Gear 5 Luffy in a way, where he's almost like cartoony the way he raps sometimes. Like his similes, his metaphors, they just become real. I'm here for that.
That's fire.
Not bad. I'm sticking with the reality manipulation one.
I think I like the reality one more.
Yeah.
Can I go first for Drake?
Yeah. So it's Drake next.
All right.
Oh,
so
go ahead.
I like this idea. I like this idea for Drake. I like to think of it kind of like a domain expansion. So every time, like depending on the mood of his songs. So his environment gets molded by the mood of his music.
Yo.
So if he's playing like sad music, the environment around him gets rainy and muddy, and it's hard for you to move. And when it's exciting, it's like hot, and it's like everything's pumping. You can feel your heart pumping and shit. So like he can manipulate his environment with the mood of his music.
Oh, Brian, do you know what this ability should be called?
What?
Because it's a domain.
Marvin's room?
Yeah. Yeah. This domain is called Marvin's room.
That's sick.
Dude, I'm great with naming things. I'm great with naming these names.
Yeah.
Josh, do you have anything for Drake?
Yes. Drake is essentially like Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat, but instead of having to kill you and take your soul to get your abilities and stuff, what he does is all he needs to do is hang out with you and do one feature song. And then what happens is that he takes a majority of your like ability and leaves you with maybe a little bit less than half. And over time, as he keeps rapping that style, he takes more and more until that person has nothing out and peters out and loses their fan base and their rap abilities. So he's, but nobody understands that that's what's happening. No one. Only Drake and the people who pay attention. And he talks very sweet to get friendly with people, but once he takes the ability, he talks shit later on.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And raps about you. Like that's all like how his raps work in this manga. Like he'll be rapping about that person specifically, about how they not that cool and how niggas just want everything from him. But he can't take care of everyone, only his peoples and Canada and Toronto.
He can only take care of the city of Toronto.
Yeah.
His power is strongest in the city of Toronto.
Yes, that goes without saying.
Yeah, I also have like kind of a
whole genres too, not even just rappers. Like if like even if there's like it's like a series where rap really has the powers, but like the combat powers, but other genres exhibit different type of power. He takes from them too and incorporates it in his combat. He takes from every genre,
nice,
especially Caribbean and London drill.
Yeah. I have
Houston.
I have something kind of similar, I guess, to it's like some kind of emotional energy manipulation. If you listen to his bars long enough, you will feel emotionally drained. It works. It works double if you're a woman. So
that shit is jingly.
It's double. It's double effective. He will tire you out emotionally, and then sometimes he'll pep you up, but only sometimes.
Yeah, but when he battles, he's gonna drain you.
Yeah. But that's all I have for Drake. Really, it's emotional exhaustion power. Okay, so we have Cameron next.
Brian doesn't even know who Cameron is. Can you just look up? Wait, could you look up "Down" by Cameron? Just listen to it while we're talking. You're gonna remember the song.
Josh, what do you have for Cameron?
Oh, is he the one that's like, "Baby, are you down, 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 down"?
Yeah.
Oh, that's him.
That's Cameron.
I still don't know him enough to like actually make a power for him though, but I'll try, I guess.
Not Cameron, bro.
That's not him.
No.
How the fuck? Why did you say that then? Why did you do that to me?
Because I'm an asshole, bro. You know this. I said look up the song "Down." You'll see by Cameron. You'll see exactly what it is.
Yeah, I was like, there was no way that's Cameron.
Down and out.
Anyway, Josh, what's your Cameron power?
Cameron is that he doesn't have to rhyme or have any real sequence or rhythm to his rap. He can just rap and then talk and say things that don't really go with what he's saying. And, it's just a general, like, not special. It's like another enhancer-based ability where it just boosts his strength and agility and stuff. Mm-hmm. But, it's kind of mediocre, the boost.
It's all right.
Because the rhymes are mediocre. But what's special and unique about him is that he can put together any words. However, he does get a notable boost into his enhancement if he uses nursery rhymes in his raps. Or nursery rhyme flows even.
Mm.
His secret move is called "I'm on the Compudah Noodah." Compudah sputin'. And when he does that, a big computer comes, gets summoned, and then it takes a shit on you.
Compudah sputin'.
I'm not making this up. You really said that. Not the computer taking a shit on you, but he said I'm on the Compudah Noodah. I swear to God. Thank you, Sketchy Mike.
Yeah, this is probably the
This guy is really funny.
This is probably the single greatest question that we had so far. All right,
That's a special move.
my ability for Cameron is very similar to Gojo's, where there's an infinite amount of space between him and words that rhyme.
Is he the strongest in the whole universe?
Yeah. He could create an infinity between you and words that rhyme. So
That's why Jay-Z's his counter, because he could create so much money that it closes any gap. That's how he was able to beat Cameron.
exactly.
Because it had to still be canonically correct.
Correct.
You know?
So yeah, he makes it super hard for you to rap because he just places it in a realm of infinity in between you and words that rhyme. And all he has to do is just do that computer neuter. All he has to do is make up a rhyme.
Yo, he said a lot of wild shit. I'm gonna try to look up like a highlight video of this. You guys can probably find it yourselves on YouTube.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Cameron nursery rhymes. Like, see what pops up.
let's close this out. We got one more.
All right.
Brian, you didn't find it yet, right? No, you didn't get a Cameron one.
Here, let me do something for Cameron. Let me do something for Cameron, okay?
He's
Here-
Dipset, bro.
All right.
Dipset, what? You don't remember that?
No, I do not.
Oh shit, you young, bro.
Brian's a little ass boy.
Power of Cameron.
25?
He only has power in the 2000s. Once he gets past his era, he is phenomenally weak.
2006.
He has no powers.
That's the
He had it
problem.
from 05 to 07, I think.
That's the tragic. That's the tragic thing about Cameron is that in 2006 he was sealed in a box, and nobody's ever been able to.
As time goes on, he gets progressively weaker and weaker.
But somehow makes his ability itself stronger because he can rhyme less. Okay, so we got.
But that has nothing to do with his ability. It's just for a fashion choice.
Yes. Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Gucci Mane.
Okay, I got this. So, distinct from Dr. Dre, but when Gucci Mane starts rapping, he summons mad goons with mad automatic rifles. That's his power. But there's also a little quirk to it. He could stop rapping, but still keep his ability going if he's drinking lean.
Summons mad goons.
Mad, like 100 goons.
Oh man, hell yeah! I got.
But his special move, all right. But you got to remember, he's also a 5-star general.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you got to know the little history about Gucci Mane. Right? I'm gonna put you on the game. So, back when he was like really first in the mainstream, he had gotten caught up in a situation. So he was at a strip club, and this girl was giving him a lot of play. I guess one of the strippers or something like that. So he goes home with Shorty, thinking shit is sweet, but it was a setup. She got, I guess, like her brother and her brother's friend to like try to rob him or kill him or something like that, because apparently, I believe it was Young Jeezy, but somebody had put mad money on his chain to say like, yo, if you bring me back his chain, I'll give you like $50K or something like that, or $500,000. You know what I mean? Something like that. They put mad bread on his chain, and that's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, like niggas really will come for your head. That's like basically putting a bounty on somebody. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody gonna let you take their chain, son. You're gonna have to kill this nigga. And man, that's exactly how Gucci Mane felt. And they came to rob him, and it was guns blasting. But bro, like this nigga was James Bond or something. He got set up and still smoked. But he killed one of them in the room, and then the other guy died like later on.
Whoa.
Like getting let out and died.
Damn.
And I think I don't know if he got shot. I think he might have gotten like hurt a little bit, but he survived that situation.
I mean, obviously.
5-star general. So anyway, with all of that background said, when shit gets real and he runs out of lean or whatever, and he has to really fight, he absorbs all his homies into him and becomes the 5-star general.
That's a
And he
final
has
form.
2 guns and like cover summons ahead of him. He, like count like furniture, like in the crib, like tables, couches, dressers. He can summon that and he could take cover and start shooting. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's pretty
It's crazy.
great. You gave him the weirdly one of the strongest powers we've listed so far.
No, it's actually pretty tame compared to some of these guys. I mean, what can Gucci Mane and his 100 goons do against infinite money or never being able to find another word to rhyme? Oh, Gucci Mane could just drink his scissor. He's a hard counter for Cameron. That's interesting.
Chris, can I go first for Gucci?
Sure.
Drake could steal Gucci Mane's ability too, though.
Brian, what's your power for Gucci Mane?
All right. So remember when Gucci Mane got out of prison and everybody thought he was a doppelganger?
Yeah, clone. Yeah.
Clones.
So here's my power for Gucci Mane.
Every time he goes to prison, he doubles.
Yeah.
Every time Gucci Mane is by himself, he shoots out a clone of himself. But these clones cannot be within the same vicinity of each other, within the same mile radius. Okay, so they can never squad up. But Gucci Mane can exert clones whenever he's by himself, but none of them are perfect. They always look subtly different from him, but not enough for you to be like, "Oh yeah, that's a different dude."
Just enough to be like,
not enough.
Yeah, just enough to be like, is that Gucci Mane?
Exactly.
I like it.
They come out in different shapes and sizes. Some of them are a little on the end. Some of them are kind of a little bit jacked. You can't really tell like what's going on with Gucci Mane. But the original Gucci Mane gets weaker as the clones come out.
Right. He can only. It's like regular shadow clone jutsu. Like he has to disperse energy, and the more he does, the weaker.
But
yeah.
if he does get within a mile radius of his clone, of his doppelganger, much similar to Josh, the doppelganger will snap back into him if he gets too close to it, and he'll get some of his power back.
Dude, what the hell, man?
That was awesome. Okay, so my thing, I don't know much about Gucci Mane, and I feel like I learned more about Gucci Mane tonight. I have one in mind, but I feel like I've learned more about Gucci Mane in this 10 minutes than I have in my entire life. So my power for Gucci Mane is he can, using his chain, he has like chain manipulation abilities. So he's basically Kurapika from
Kurapika with his gangster, the chain that's worth the chain that somebody put mad money on. Yeah, this chain that y'all trying to get.
That, and he can add to the chains with every rapper he kills. He can take their chain and add that to his arsenal.
Even if they don't have a chain, the chain gets manifested.
Yeah, the chain is basically their soul, and he manifests it on his body.
Every rapper has to have a chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
In different forms. Some people could even have like a bracelet, kind of like the Von Gola family, how they started switching it up, just the style. Like, most people got the chain, but I got this cool ankle bracelet. I got this studded out belt.
I have this super cool septum ring.
No, not my septum ring. Don't steal it.
Damn, I wish we had a mumble rapper on here. That would be an interesting one to make one.
No, but Sketchy Mike has good taste. Well, mostly good taste. So.
Yo, okay, so yeah, that's it. I hope this satisfies you, Sketchy Mike. This was
man.
This was kind of
a whole segment, my nigga.
This was basically completely off the dome. So you better appreciate. And honestly, we did a great job.
I love how you just congratulated us. We'll see what Mike has to say. Hey, bro, I see you. Like, holla at us on Instagram, man.
Yeah,
I
this
respond
was
to that real pretty often. So
this is this was probably the best question we've gotten so far. This was a lot of fun. And if you guys have questions, of course, you can hit us up at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com or comment below. Please send us more fun questions like this. This was a lot of fun.
yeah, this is really this is cool, man. It's like creative thinking. It's getting my juices flowing a little bit.
Yeah, and we might
Started
have,
off slow,
but
yeah,
might have to start making this manga after all, because this is a lot of effort.
Sure was.
But I guess that's it for the show, you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been a really fun one. You could find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Josh at JTCole_37 on Twitter, on Instagram, at NYChillin on Twitter. Brian at B.ESP on Twitter and Instagram. And you can catch him while he's streaming on twitch.tv/itspunchline. You can follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, especially because we do the really good chapter of the week poll, of which I should have the result by now. And it's a tie between One Piece and Black Clover.
Oh yes, the Black Clover fans are back.
They're back. So there you go. That was the RGC. For the audience, you can cast your vote. We do the poll every Sunday. Shortly after the official release is out on Viz. Subscribe to us on YouTube, please. Give us a like, give us a share, comment underneath all of the videos if you guys have any thoughts on the chapters that we talked about, or thoughts on the show in general. We really would like some feedback on the show in general, make it a little more fun for you guys, however we can. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. The podcast usually goes up first on those platforms, so check us out there. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. And that's it for this week, you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace out, y'all.